I thought the guys, for the most part, defensively, defense held up enough. I thought our offense, the zone offense, we couldn't score when we needed to score. We got a couple of looks in there, a couple of open shots. I thought that was the difference. And I think what kind of started the run, our transition defense, 19 points. And can't do that. And then offensive rebounds, I thought at critical times kind of changed the game. At the free throw line at the end, we can't get the rebound. They come down and make it. I think they make it. I mean, not come down. They shoot a three. So, thought those were kind of the things that let us come up short. But I just thought our offense, our zone offense at the time, we didn't score when we needed to score. We got the ball into Jair, missed a couple. Eddie had one that rimmed in and out. Then one went right through his hands on a duck-in play. I think Chopper had an old corner three. We just didn't score when we needed to score. And, I thought, again, that was the difference. Questions?
Fred, did you think they were going to play zone today as
Yes.
well as they did?
Yes. Yes.
Is that something that you've seen add?
Yeah, they've done it every game. They go 2-2-1 or 1-2-2. They can play a 2-3 or a 3-2. Again, we just, for some reason, we have been very good against the zone. Two teams zoned us. Today, again, we didn't make the shots that we needed to make that we normally make. If we make a couple of those, that's the difference in the game. That's the difference in the game. And again, offensive rebounding, I thought to get back in the beginning of the half, that set the tone. And then, we had a couple. We had a couple of transitions where turnovers, timely turnovers, that they got back into the game like that. So that was the difference.
Coach, only 18 minutes for Donnie Freeman today. Why did he play less than he has in the past couple of games?
I thought Jair was really good in what we were trying to do. Jair and Lucas, they were our roamers. All right, so they got a big three: Epps, Mack, and Sherber. So whenever they put those guys into any actions, which they did a lot, we wanted to make sure we got the ball or try to contain the ball, which made our defense, stay a little bit longer. Jair and Lucas knew what we were doing. They knew how to stay in between. They knew how to close out. They knew how to get the rebounds. They knew, kind of when to help, when not to help. So that was the reason why, I stuck with Lucas and Jair. They knew what we were doing.
What was the decision to put Donnie and Chris back in the game with 2 minutes left?
Well, at that point, we knew we were going to press, all right? And then, at that point, we probably needed to make a shot, trying to see if we could make a shot. But, that was the only reason why, they went back in from that aspect. Not the only reason why, that's why I put them back in, to answer your question. We knew we were going to press. We knew we needed some speed and try to get some traps and then see if we can get some shooters out there at that time.
Coach, as someone who has a lot of experience in terms of just within this rivalry, did that feel like a sort of old school Big East battle in terms of the physicality and sort of the chippiness, especially kind of with the coming together in the second half?
Yeah, it was physical out there. There was a lot of bumps. Guys were chirping. So yeah, it definitely was. Obviously it'll never kind of replicate what, it's just a different time. But it was definitely competitive, guys. Both were fired up on both ends. I thought both teams battled. I thought our defense, for the most part, which I haven't been able to say that a lot this year, I thought they did enough to help us win the game. I thought our defense did enough to help us win the game. Again, I thought, like I said, the offense and the zone offense, and we couldn't score. I thought that was the difference.
To say, down the stretch, Red, you ended up with sort of, a three from Elijah and a three from Donnie, late down three. I guess, were you happy with how the offense was executed in that situation? Happy with the shots, or?
Yeah, we work on a couple of things, and again, with Donnie, I think he got a pop back. Three popped up. He can make those. That was a clean shot. He took it. I thought it was what we do. Thought it was a good shot. Again, Elijah, he's a guy that can shoot. He made one, like two rattled in and out. I thought he would get going at some point. It didn't. But yeah, Donnie gets his feet set. He can make those shots.
We've seen what kind of shooter Isabel has been, struggling to shoot the ball right now. I guess what can be done to help or encourage a guy he's kind of struggling to shoot the ball away?
Well, you just got to keep encouraging him, keep taking shots. I think You know, I think he's getting to the foul line. He's not making free throws or not making enough free throws, so to say. And I think that's, you know, again, that's just kind of like, man, I can't get it going, right? So I think he just has to keep taking the shots. And we got to try to, you know, get him some shots. But, it was, you know, today they did, probably one of the better jobs all year of just kind of staying on top of him and being physical when he tried to run off some stuff. We tried to get him going early, and they did a good job of, kind of top blocking him and being physical, coming off some curls and staggers.
Coach, Jake Long was great tonight. He played almost the whole game, 15 points, made all his free throws. What can you say about what he brought to the team today?
That's a point guard. I think JC's, is a point guard. He takes what the defense gives him. He tries to get people, involved. He's as tough as he comes. He could have, he just keeps going. He keeps there. He's an everyday guy. Every day he comes in. Again, I think, he did, about as good a job as you can do. 15 points, 5 assists, 8 for 8 from the free throw line. Knocked down a huge 3 for us when we needed it. But JC, he's what I call a true point guard. A true point guard.
Coach, Eddie played close to the entire game today. Do you feel like conditioning-wise he's getting to where you want him to be as we're heading into this conference play now?
He's been improving. His load has been better. Again, he gave us a big lift today. His condition is getting a little bit better because he's moving better now, and he's starting to get doing more and more every day. So.
Coach, what did you think of the battle between Eddie and Thomas Sorber down low, and then kind of Jair getting in the mix? What did you think about sort of the physicality and the pain today?
It was physical. They let him play. Sorber, he's a big guy. The two big guys. There was a lot of bumping. I thought, it was a physical game. They scored physical baskets. And we haven't seen that play, from us in a while. Being able to kind of score under there. I thought him and Jair, it was physical in there. They made some strong finishes and tough moves. Again, Sorber's a freshman. He's going to be really good. I thought Eddie gave us, I thought Eddie did about as good a job as he can do. He did a good job. We just, it's just, everything really doesn't matter when you lose, man.
Adrian, Ed said when he was in here that he wants to see this game continue every year. Is that going to be possible? Is that something you want to see happen?
Again, yes. It's no question that I would like to continue this. Again, I think it's a great rivalry. As we both try to, make strides to get it back to where we would both like it to be. I think it's something that, resonates with both fan bases. Both alumni. I think, I think I would like to keep this going as well.
Coach, you said Carlos, you just praised him how he was a true point guard today. Third straight really good game, and he made that big three like you said, but then like a minute or two later, left wide open top of the key. I think the whole crowd kind of wanted him to shoot, and he did not. Where does that come from? What do you tell a guy like that in a moment like that?
Again, at that point, if you open, you got to take the shot. But I don't. I think he probably seen something else, or he was trying to get someone else a shot. That's what I would say on that. But he has to take that shot. Again, I thought we got hesitant late with a couple of shots. I thought Elijah had 1 or 2 that he could have took that he didn't. But that's you can pick everything apart now. Once the game's over with.
Time for one more. When you've got a week in between games like this, but a big one coming up at Barclays against Maryland, how do you get back in the lab? What does practice look like this week?
I think obviously you got to get back to touching up on things that you need to continue to work on, and you just got to prepare. Again, this is a long season. 10 games in. This is a long season. We had a pretty tough, challenging, non-conference. And again, this is, we got to keep moving. You can't stop. I think got to keep improving on things, tweaking things as the season goes, getting better. Again, and we still waiting, to try to get a timeline on JJ to see when he comes back. So again, you just got to get ready. You got to get ready for the next game. That's all you could do. This game is done.
Any update on JJ?
No, not yet.
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks.